Guinness World Records are amazing feats of endurance, power, and strength. The record holders can push every perceived human boundary and achieve what is impossible for most of us. But something strange has been happening at Guinness World Records for the past few years. Those world record categories have grown increasingly bizarre. And I'm not just talking long fingernails anymore. Many of these records are pretty specific, while others, to be honest, simply raise concerns about the record holder's mental stability. The following 25 records only scratch the surface of the outrageous and wacky records for the Guinness World Records. If you've always wanted to have your name attached to a world record, well, then the wide range of options presented here may give you some goals, or suggestions. I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 outrageous and wacky world records. 25. Largest bikini photo shoot. The world record for the most extensive bikini photo shoot took place in August 2011, when over 3,000 girls and women ranging in age from 4 to 69 took part in one of the most anticipated photo shoots on a beach in Huludao, Liaoning Province, China. All of the models were Huludao residents and included students, television presenters, professional models, community volunteers, and, overall bikini fans who all wore locally made bikinis. 24. Highest shallow dive. On October 22, 2005, Darren Taylor, aka Professor Splash, dove 10.3 meters, or 33 feet 10 inches, into a pool of water only 30 centimeters or 12 inches deep to create the record for the highest shallow dive. Not being one to stagnate, he continued to break his own record, most recently surviving an 11.56 meter or 37 feet 11 inch dive in September 2014. Professor Splash has also taken the title for the highest shallow dive into a fire after diving from a height of 8 meters, 26 feet 3 inches, into a pool of flames to showcase his mastery of more than one element. 23. Oldest stripper, male. After recovering from prostate cancer, Bernie Barker started stripping in 2000 at the age of 60. Initially only in it to get back into physical shape, Mr. Barker soon became an inspiration to many, as he won over 40 contests during his career, which was quite a jump from selling real estate, his previous job. Sadly, Mr. Barker died on March 21, 2007, at the age of 66. 22. The loudest female burp. Burping is a natural human activity that's sometimes associated with the culmination of a good meal. It is, however, not something you would expect to be excreted loudly from the mouth of a petite young woman. Elisa Cagnoni belted out the world's loudest female burp on June 16, 2009, reaching a total of 107 decibels. That's like hearing a jackhammer from less than a meter or 3 feet away. She shattered not only a world record, but also a few well-ingrained notions about women and burping. 21. Longest continuous chant. 24 hours, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds. That's how long 582 people continued their marathon chant at the Hanuman Temple in the Dallas suburb of Frisco, Texas, to break the previous world record. The group was led by Hindu spiritual leader Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and achieved the feat in July 2022. 20. Most mousetraps released on the tongue in 1 minute. Female. If your tongue has little to no feeling, this may be the record for you. Zoe L'Amour set a world record for the most mousetraps released on the tongue on September 28, 2012 in London. And in case you were wondering, they released 24 mousetraps on her tongue in 1 minute. The fearless performer also held the record for the most stops of an electronic fan's blades with her tongue, at 32, until it was broken by Ashrita Furman, the most prolific record breaker in Guinness World Records, with 35. Why would you learn to do that? 19. Longest ongoing pilgrimage. Arthur Blessed of Florida has carried a 12-foot wooden cross for over 64,752 kilometers between 1968 and 2019. That's 18 million steps, with more than 19 billion pounds carried over 51 years, all for the glory of God. His world record pilgrimage has led him to all 7 continents, including Antarctica, and he has crossed 321 nations, island groups, and territories while preaching from the Bible. 18. Heaviest object sword swallowed. In November 2007, Thomas Blackthorne set a world record by sword swallowing the heaviest object, the end of an 83-pound, 12-ounce DeWalt jackhammer. He then held the total weight of the hammer and bit for more than 3 seconds. As an added challenge, the hammer was turned on. Why not? 17. Biggest skinny dip. If you like a large group of naked people doing the same activity, well then you'll be pleased to know that large groups of naked people doing the same activity are common in the Guinness Book of World Records files. One of these is the world's largest skinny dip, completed by 2,505 women who stripped naked and dove into the icy cold North Atlantic waters off the coast of Wicklow, Ireland. The feat, like other Guinness World Records, had an awareness-raising component. The event was held to raise money for children with cancer and to raise breast cancer awareness. 16. Most consecutive pogo stick jumps with no feet. Apparently, extreme pogo is a thing. Who knew? Well, Fred Grabowski, aka Pogo Fred, holds multiple Guinness World Records for his extreme pogo stunts and is widely regarded as one of the best pogo stuntmen in the world. One of his records includes 117 jumps on a pogo stick with no feet in 2014. Fred got his start when he was 8 years old and received a pogo stick for Christmas. I had a pogo stick. I could do no hands and I could do one leg. I don't know what no feet pogo sticking looks like. Just hands? I don't know. 15. Most toothpicks in a beard. Jeff Langum, a bearded man from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, set the Guinness World Record for the most toothpicks inserted into the beard in July 2013. In just over 3.5 hours, the dapper, bearded gentleman successfully entered 3,157 toothpicks into his facial mane, breaking the previous record by 50. Making for striking photos, this fascinating world record might be something to chase if you have the patience and the hairy disposition. Before you ask, I'm not going for it. That seems like a lot of time. I'm not going to do it. 14. Farthest nasal ejection of spaghetti. Kevin Cole of Carlsbad, New Mexico, holds the record for blowing the longest spaghetti strand out of a nostril in a single blow. Why? On December 16th, 1998, Kevin set a new record. There was an old record? Distance of 19 centimeters on the Guinness World Records set. Kevin started training for his world record attempt with ramen noodles before progressing to spaghetti. Kevin, we gotta talk, dude. He can blow one end of the spaghetti out one nostril and the other end out the other, creating a nasal floss effect. Enjoy your next bowl of spaghetti with that visual in mind. If anyone can tell me why. 13. The furthest distance to squirt milk from an eye socket. While we're on it, let's keep going with the gross ones. If you didn't already know, eye squirting for world records is much more common than you might think. Apparently, you just have to try it. On September 1st, 2004, Ilker Yilmaz set a world record by doing precisely that. Yilmaz squirted milk from his eye socket to a considerable distance of 9 feet 2 inches at the Armada Hotel in Istanbul, Turkey. 12. Heaviest weight pulled with eye sockets. And did you know that eyes are used for more than just squirting milk? Like seeing, for instance. And not doing any of these things. On April 25th, 2009, Shane Hultgren of Australia, also known as the Space Cowboy, pulled 907 pounds using only his eye sockets on an Italian TV show set. Cheyenne? I'm not really sure, but anyway, he pulled a rickshaw carrying 3 ladies and more than 100 kilograms of metal weights. Shane hooked fish hooks into the lacrimal bones beneath the eyes to connect the rickshaw. 11. Longest metal coil passed through the nose. Andrew Stanton, a Las Vegas show performer, set his very own peculiar Guinness World Record on March 31st, 2012. The record for the longest metal coil passed through the nose became his, after what I can only assume was a grueling training period. Stanton passed a piece of metal 11 feet 10 inches through his nose. The record was set while filming Lo Show de Record in Rome, Italy. 10. The world's longest lasting kiss. Some world records were made for new lovebirds, such as the world's longest kiss. The current world record was created over the course of 3 days, from February 12th to the 14th, 2013, and lasted a total of 58 hours, 35 minutes, and 58 seconds. The record was set by a very affectionate couple from Thailand, Eka Chai Tiranath and Laksana Tiranath, who not only set a Guinness World Record, but also received a cash prize and 2 diamond rings. Aw, see, that's a fun record. 9. The world record for holding the most world records. Ashrita Furman 62, currently holds this meta title, as we mentioned before. A record breaker of note, Furman used to hold over 600 Guinness World Records, but currently only has around 200 behind his name, as other eager record breakers have started coming after his titles. He started his Guinness World Records journey in 1979 after completing the most consecutive jumping jacks at 27,000. Wow! His other records include the longest distance cycled underwater, the longest distance balancing a milk bottle on his head, and the fastest mile while somersaulting. That one sounds like it'd be fun. Probably involves a hill. 8. The heaviest weight lifted by a tongue. The tongue is believed to be the strongest muscle in the body, but is it? Thomas Blackthorne of the United Kingdom put the theory to the test and has a world record to prove it. On August 1st, 2008, at El Show Olímpico in Mexico City, Blackthorne used his tongue to lift an unbelievable 27 pounds, 8.96 ounces. That's the weight of an average 3-year-old. Oh, I could do that. 7. The greatest distance catching a grape in the mouth. Some records make us cringe, and others make us involuntarily close our throats. Paul E. Leday has one of those. On September 7, 2009, he caught a grape in his mouth at a distance of 354 feet 4 inches. The record was set at ground level in Fort Mott, South Carolina. I could do that. I have pretty good hand-eye-mouth coordination. I love throwing things up in the air and trying to catch them. If anyone wants to set that record with me, let's do it. That one I can do. Was that just like distance or like distance? What are we talking? It does say distance, not height. 6. Fastest time to type to 1 million. No matter how silly it may seem, one shouldn't judge the specifics of a world record. Shouldn't we? Les Stewart of Mujimba, Australia became a millionaire after 16 years of typing. Yes, typing. On November 25th, 1998, he achieved his longtime goal of typing every single number from 1 to 1 million in words, as opposed to numbers. He literally wrote them out. He has been a regular entrant in the record books since he began his marathon task in 1982 following an injury and illness. To obtain the record, Les went through several manual typewriters, 1,000 ink ribbons, 19,890 pages, and 16 years, 7 months. 5. Fastest speed for a motorcycle ridden blindfolded. Billy Baxter set the crazy world record for the fastest speed riding a motorcycle blindfolded at RAF Boscombe Down, Wiltshire, UK, on August 2nd, 2003 by reaching a speed of 164.87 miles per hour. Royal Artillery motorcycle display team members assisted him. During the ride, he and 2 outriders communicated using a 3-way radio system, but that was not the end of his blindfolded fun. During Top Gear's 2004 series, he drove a lap of their circuit as a guest, credited as the Blind Man. 4. Most nails hammered with the head. In 2017, a man set a Guinness World Record for the most nails hammered with a peculiar and much needed body part, his skull. It took Boston native John Herrero, also known as Hammerhead, just under 2 minutes to drive 38 nails into a wooden plank using nothing but his forehead. The coveted record isn't Herrero's first. He also retains the 1-minute record for the same improbable talent. 3. Most watches eaten. People will eat strange things for world records, but this one is oddly specific. Kim Sung-do of Seoul, South Korea ate 5 watches, the entire watch minus the wristband, in 1 hour and 34 minutes in 1998. Kim consumes up to 600 grams of metal daily and estimates that he has consumed 4 tons in his lifetime. 2. Most apples held in the mouth and cut in half by a chainsaw in 1 minute. As mentioned previously, there are world records, and then there are world records. Some defy logic, while others simply lack sense. In 2020, Wang Lei chainsawed 25 apples from Wang Xinli's mouth in less than a minute. And that should be the end of that. However, it needs to be said that Wang Lei chainsawed 4 more apples this time from Wang Xinli's mouth than they did last time on December 22nd, 2019. Yeah, some people lack sense several times. 1. Most needles inserted into the head. We thought about it, but decided against sparing you the image for this one. Wei Shengchu accomplished this bizarre feat in 2013. A total of 2,188 needles were inserted into his head. A feat that indeed must have left him with fantastic blood pressure, zero sinus issues, no chances of a headache for at least 10 years, and unknown levels of relaxation. So, what's a world record you'd like to break, or think you could break? Have you broken any? Are you in the Guinness Book? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content, including our shorts. Join our Discord, become part of the family, so that you can help us continue to bring you this amazing content. I'm sorry, all these records have gotten to my head. Some of them are just, why? What is the point? That's all I want to know. As long as you're not hurting anyone, and be careful with yourself, because, ooh boy, some of those chainsaws in the mouth, that's great. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh man, this one got to me. And I will see you next time.
Be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.